welcome to BuzzFeed Multiplayer's The Dungeon Club. It's a live role-playing show that follows 3 regular teenagers played by adults who accidentally end up on a quest in a fantasy realm. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. Why don't we start with our DM?
My name is Mitch Van Bree. I will be your DM for this journey. I'm also a musician.
Hey, how's it going? It's your boy, Ify Nwadiwe. My character, he's going to hold it down. He's Daniel Wolf Percy, but he goes by Wolf because he has the pack with him at all times. Favorite show is Knight Rider. He wasn't sure. David Hasselhoff was in that football comedy at first, and he was like, oh, this guy ain't an action star. Turns out he is.
My name's Jenny Lorenzo. I'm playing Artemia Gomez. Artemia's real name is Jocelyn. It's a very Miami Cuban name. And yes, I am Cuban. I'm playing the goth rogue.
My name is Kelsey Impicciche. I play your theater nerd bard named Heather Banks, aka Heather number 2. She is the beta to Heather number 1's alpha. She loves musicals, she loves to dance, and she's also the trombonist in band. Now that our main cast has been introduced, every episode we invite a new guest player to join our campaign, and today's guest is the incredible, the sensational, the badass Michelle Khare. You may know her from her YouTube channel with over 2 million subscribers, or you may know her as the host of Karma on HBO Max. She's a total sensation and a good friend. So welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. Very excited to be the first guest on the first episode of the Dungeon Club. I'm going to be playing Heather 1, who is an only child and whose goal today is to be invited back at some point during this. Heather 1 is the popular mean girl. She is a cheerleader. I think you kind of get the gist already.
For those who are watching this live, you're gonna get to experience a little bit more of the fun of the show. There are going to be some fun interactive bits that our spirit captain, Jared, is going to be leading you through in the chat. You get to vote on certain polls that will impact the story as we go, and you also will get to give bits for inspiration. You get a bonus roll, essentially. If there's any fan art, make sure to tag us, and you might be featured in a future episode. So without further ado, I guess we better hurry up because school's about to start.
Welcome to the Dungeon Club.
All right, everybody, welcome to episode 1, The Dungeon Club. It's a crisp autumn evening at Hallwinter High. Leaves blanket the front lawn of the campus as students and parents enter the theater to view the opening night of the school musical, Guys and Gals. The energy inside the theater is palpable. Over the sound of the pit orchestra tuning, the crowd creates the familiar steady drone of hushed voices all speaking at once. Parents telling each other what role their kid is playing, and friends giggling in anticipation of seeing their classmates up on the stage. Just a few minutes from curtain, Heather 1 playing Sarah, and Heather 2 playing Adelaide wait in the stage right wing. They're both doing their best to hide their nerves from each other, but, they know it's no big deal. It's just the classic opening night jitters. They've both meticulously rehearsed their lines and choreography, and they know they're gonna crush it. The Heathers look across the stage and see Tom, the senior playing Nathan Detroit, awkwardly give them 2 thumbs up from the opposite wing. Sitting on a road case just behind him, fiddling with her camera, is Artemia, one of the stagehands. But nobody really notices her. At the last minute, the double doors at the back of the theater burst open, and the Wolf Pack, clad in their Letterman jackets and led by none other than Wolf himself, bounce down the stairs to some seats in the front row. They're already chirping and calling attention to themselves.
Yes, me.
A hush falls over the audience as the orchestra stops tuning. The house lights dim, and the curtains open, revealing a dimly lit 50s set, complete with a shoddily constructed soda fountain exterior and a large, painted backdrop of New York City. The conductor clicks his baton and raises his arms. The stage lights come up, and the show begins.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
True love soldiers on and on through the break of day. One day I'll get out of this town, just me and my favorite gal. She'll meet me at the corner store. I'll buy her some pop. We'll agitate the gravel, pizzazz and razzle dazzle. True love never stops. Good morning, Adelaide.
Good morning!
As a matter of fact, I am. I'm going to meet Sarah at the soda fountain.
Mind if I join you?
Mind if I join you?
Of course not. Come on. Hello, my darling Sarah. How are you?
Heather.
I'm doing wonderfully on this beautiful day in New York.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe some ice cream will cheer you up.
We go backstage. A freshman boy runs up in a panic. Where is my costume? Artemia! Earth to Artemia! Where's my costume?
Your name? Billy, yeah, it should be hanging in your dressing room.
You don't think I checked there? It's not. There's nothing on my rack.
Oh.
Come on, I'm on in like a minute. No, we don't have...
Hey, I got it. No, alright, just, here. Wear these slacks, and you're fine.
Well, they're huge. Those don't fit. At this point, another stagehand runs up, and he goes, "Oh, what's going on?" He goes, "Artemia lost my costume. I'm on in like a few minutes." He says, "Oh, crap. Come with me. Let's see what we've got." Back on stage, Nathan Detroit is sweating bullets, and in the awkward silence, he stares at you two Heathers as if to say, "What are you two doing?" The conductor glares at both of you in disbelief, and he says, "Say your line, Heather. Say your line."
I love New York in the summertime.
Oh, don't be silly now. It's just a craps game. What could go wrong?
Heather!
I thought we were in Act 2.
Is this the Little Mermaid?
I know you love me, but you got nothing to worry about. As long as I got you, everything's just grand.
The ensemble comes out onto the stage and begins to sing in chorus.
One day I'll get out of this town, just me and my favorite gal. She'll meet me at the corner store. I'll buy her some pop. We'll agitate the gravel, pizzazz and razzle dazzle. True love never stops.
They begin to break out into choreography. Don't just stand there, dance! Do the moves!
What are the moves?
What? You're clearly disrupting the flow as you continue to improperly dance around the stage. The Wolfpack in the front row cannot contain their laughter any longer, and they begin to point and shout up at the Heathers.
Look at that. Come on, man. Look. Oh, man. Oh, this is too much.
Woo! Well, as you watch the dance number, you see a side bolt on one of the Parcan lights above the stage break, and it's now precariously swinging above the apron where the Heathers are dancing. What do you do?
I'm gonna just rush for the stage. I need it. This is already a train wreck. I don't need it to be a pain wreck.
All right, so so you hop up on the stage, and what do you do?
I stand in between them so that they can't be under it, and I just brace to try and catch this swinging light. Y'all watch out. I got this.
All right, so in the middle of the act, you hop up and you kind of push both Heathers back and stand and face up at the light.
Oh my God.
it's not falling, and all of a sudden the choreography, they link arms and swirl around the stage, and you get caught up in this whirlwind of choreography, and you're getting bounced around with the Heathers. Backstage, stagehands are rifling through costume racks, searching everywhere to find the missing costume. Artemia, what do?
I realize that it's actually on Finnegan's body, and he is on stage performing, wearing Billy's costume. And so I panic.
Do you tell anybody what you have realized?
Well, I tell Billy.
All right, you tell Billy, and
that
Billy.
His costume is on Finn's body.
Oh my God, you are the worst stagehand of all time, Artemia. Guys, I'm on in like less than a minute. And then at this point, another stagehand is just rifling through a chest of random costumes and just throws a wad of a costume at Billy. And he says, "We're going to have to go with this." Back on stage, you're still getting bounced around and kind of all turned around, and the wolf is losing their minds. This is the most entertaining thing they have ever seen. Suddenly, way later than you would have anticipated, the light breaks and crashes into the stage floor, and it actually splinters wood and punches a hole straight through the stage. At this same moment, luckily no one was harmed, but at this stage moment, you hear, and you look over to see the big soda fountain facade is starting to tilt and fall. I need you all to make a dex check.
Oh, Dex, huh? All right, we're going to be rolling.
Okay. Okay, I have a 6
Oh,
plus
God,
2
no.
is 8. I have an 8.
Okay.
I also got 8.
What have you get?
I got a 6.
All right, so
Oh
We got to roll out the bad rolls.
the ensemble starts to
no.
the ensemble starts to scatter, and you turn around and look up to realize that this facade is not falling on you. You all put up your arms to brace, and as it crashes down onto your arms, boom, it kind of just bounces. You realize it's made of particle board. It's pretty light. So you're okay, and you kind of push your way out from under it and set it to the ground. But the rest of the cast is already completely freaked out. They're running from the stage. They begin to scream and flee, and some even jump off the front of the stage and just run up the aisles and out the back doors. At this same moment, from backstage left, a flustered and oblivious freshman boy runs out for his cue, clad in a glittery wizard robe and pointy wizard hat. And he goes, "Hey, Nathan, are we going to shoot craps or oof?" A fleeing ensemble member knocks him backward into the New York City backdrop. In his attempt to stay on his feet, he grabs the backdrop, but as he falls, whoosh, it rips off completely, revealing an old backdrop of an ominous volcano hung behind it. At this point, all cast members have fled, and the boy slowly stands up in silence and faces the audience. The stage lights go out.
All right, let's play. Real interactive.
I'm never going to get an agent.
Of course you're gonna get an agent. This is just one mess up. It wasn't even yours.
Stop it, Heather, too. Stop it. I can't even hear you. I'm crying so much. It's coming out of my ears.
I
All right.
pat her back.
Later that night, Artemia and the Heathers find themselves at the pre-planned post-show cast and crew dinner at the local 24-hour diner. The three of you are sitting at the same table, alone. The rest of the cast and crew all somberly sit at a few long tables on the other end of the diner. Occasionally, you'll see some dirty looks thrown your way, and it's very clear that you have been ostracized. Do you want to say anything to each other?
You did a great job, Heather 1 and Heather 2. Really great performance.
Well, this
I
might
mean,
have
I
been
know I
better if
didn't do
everyone
that
had their
well.
costumes.
What?
Heather, let me speak.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was saying it might have been a little bit better if everyone had their pants in place.
Oh, so this is my fault because of some frickin' pants?
Well,
I think I made it more interesting with that wizard robe. I'm just saying. It's time to reimagine guys and girls. Guys and dolls,
This is-
guys and gals.
Gals, guys
Guys
and
and
gals.
gals.
I don't know.
You clearly are
Not
very
musical.
passionate about the play. Yeah.
Listen, I was kicked out of web design club and I had to take another elective, and this was it.
see, this is the problem with the education system. If you didn't have to take an elective, we wouldn't have had you here in the first place.
Okay, how
Well,
about
we'll
the fact
just do
that you all
better-
forgot your lines?
My lines? I
Yes.
know my lines. I just didn't know what act it was. And I was thrown off because everyone was in a wizard costume. And you know what? I can't perform under these circumstances.
We'll get him better next time, you know? It was a bad opening night, but that just means that we'll be that much better for our second performance. Everyone knows opening night performances don't even count anyway.
Heather, too. We are not getting a second performance. The lighting fixture broke. The set broke. We have no budget.
At this point, a waitress comes up. She is clearly completely overworked. She's one of the only waitresses at this diner. She clearly wasn't expecting such a large influx of people. So she comes up to you and she just lets out an exasperated sigh and she goes, what do you guys want to eat?
Can I have a milkshake?
Yeah, what flavor?
Chocolate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are your fries cooked in animal fat?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll just have like burger buns with lettuce.
Okay.
I am too emotionally distraught to partake. I'll have a tall glass of water, lemon on the side, crushed ice, not cubed.
I don't know if we have crushed ice. Is cubed okay?
No, I would like it hand crushed, please.
I'll see what we can do. She turns and walks back into the kitchen.
This place is terrible.
You chose it.
I chose it.
Yeah.
I chose this place.
Yes, we voted on it.
Well, here we are.
Here
Fine,
we are.
fine. I will say what I don't want to say. I will say what I don't want to say.
Okay. What is it?
For the first time, all three of us have a common goal and a common need. Clearly, everyone thinks this is our fault, which is false, except for Artemia, Heather too. You did some things wrong, but I cannot live like this, and I shan't. And I cannot do it alone. I admit it, I cannot do it alone. We need a plan.
What if we ask if they have a cake here and then we bring them a cake? People love cake.
They have like
Like
five
a
things
sorry
on the
cake.
menu.
Oh, you're right.
Cake.
We could
Well, there's the
make a
milkshakes.
cake.
You
Yeah.
think cake
We could
is
get
going
them all
to fix
milkshakes.
the disaster of a show
Mil-
that's going to be canceled?
I mean, it's not going to fix the show, but it might fix people's feelings about us. It was just an idea. It was dumb. I'm sorry. What idea do you
I
have?
think we need to think bigger. I think we need to think bigger. And by that, I mean
Okay,
we
yes.
need to place the blame on someone else. Divert the attention. It's only a matter of time.
You know, I think people are going to forget this all happened a week from now.
Yeah, someone else is bound to do something. It's high school, right?
So
Why wait?
At this point, from the table across the way, you see Tom kind of turn around and give you a dirty look, and he stands up and he walks across the restaurant and up to your table at your booth. And he goes, I just want to say that because of you, I am never going to be on Broadway. You ruined my big break, and I will never forget this.
I stand up at the table, throw my hands down, and I get really close to his face. Tom, you think I destroyed your Broadway debut? Look in the mirror at that cowlick. It's the size of the Empire State Building. That's the closest you're ever going to get to New York. Run along.
Tears well up in his eyes, and he turns around and runs back to the table. As he sits down, everyone can see that he's crying, and the whole cast and crew turn back, and they just shoot daggers over at your table. It doesn't seem like you've won any favor with them.
And I say, what? It's true.
I was just going to offer him a milkshake. Okay, I guess they're not going to get over
I'm
in a
not
week,
going to be made fun of while this is all going down. I can't deal with that.
Do you think they're going to be mad forever? What
Probably
they
if
never
we don't do
forgive us?
something.
Do you have any ideas? I had the cake idea, but you guys didn't like that idea. I don't know if I have any other ideas.
Who was that person who ran on stage in the middle of our dance? I think he started all of this.
You mean the wolf? Wolf?
Sure.
The
Yes. Him.
football player?
Yeah. I think he's in our geometry class. I think
Everyone
this is
knows
his fault.
Wolf.
Why would he run on stage and join our choreography, which was shocking, and I didn't even have time to process it because something was falling on my head within moments.
It's because nothing
Yeah,
was
that was
happening.
super scary.
I mean, at the end of the day, I did appreciate that. I guess he did kind of save us from the falling flat on stage. But
Yeah, that light was so
maybe he
scary.
knows. Maybe it's his fault.
Who put up those lights? Because that one was bad.
Yeah, you're not. You're
Well,
not
I don't
sure.
have Wolf's
None of you
number.
are entirely sure.
I just
Well,
work
I need
with
to find out
costumes.
who this. I need to find this wolf person because I think he has answers.
I agree. He probably
I
would
need
be the best person
okay.
to talk to.
telephone.
Oh, he's dating that. He's dating Darla. She's on the cheer team with you. So you
Darla?
could maybe call Darla.
Of
Yeah,
course he's
his
dating
girlfriend.
Darla. Classic
Yeah.
Darla. Dating a play ruiner who happens to have very large biceps. Classic Darla. Well, I need to give Darla a call.
I would like to interject that the whole high school knows about Darla, the most popular girl, and Wolf, one of the most popular guys, and that they've been dating for about a year or so now. And I just want to point out that Michelle is pretending to be very above it, and you don't need any insight rolls to know that
Okay.
that she of course knows who these people are.
Oh my god. Well,
Let me go ask if they have a phone. I run up to the very sad waitress, and I'm like, "Hey, sorry about this whole big group. Do you have a phone around
There's
that
a
we
booth-
could borrow?"
There's a booth outside.
There's a. Oh, okay. And then I run back to Heather One and go, "Hey, there's a booth outside. You could call Darla. Do you have her number?"
I do.
So you have
Let's
her
go
number,
through
yet
the
you were
booth.
trying to ignore her existence. I like your coping mechanisms. They're very advanced. You repress a lot.
I like freeze and just like kind of like try to start leading Heather 1 outside.
Okay,
Come
I'm
on,
at the
I
phone
think it's
booth
around
now.
the corner. I'm
and
like standing outside it.
Okay, I dial Darla.
All right. The phone rings about 6 times, and then finally, hello. Who is this?
Mrs. Pemberton, hi. Can I please speak
No,
with
what?
Darla?
No, this is Darla.
Darla.
Believe me, if you're lucky my mom didn't pick up the phone. It's this hour, you'd be toast. Sorry, who is this?
Darla, it's Heather 1. Heather, I'm a back spot.
Who?
I'm back spot for you on the cheer squad. We're on the cheer squad together.
Okay.
I'm giving you a call because something very tragic happened this evening involving your boyfriend.
Oh my God, is he okay?
Oh, he's
What?
very, very fine. He's very fine. But I think that he may have caused a ruckus. In case you didn't know, and I'm not sure why you don't know his whereabouts, seeing as he is your boyfriend, he attended my play this evening and proceeded to run on stage like an absolute lunatic. Those arms don't
Oh
look
my
very nice.
God, that's right. Oh, you're the girl in the play. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so mad. I had to go to a stupid dinner thing with my family, but I wanted to go so bad.
I'm sure you did. Well, he ran on stage and proceeded to not only cause a ruckus, but then also save me. And Heather too. And me.
So
I'm
hold on,
calling
you're
to
saying
find
that
out what
he
is
hopped
really going
stage?
on. Why? Did you not know he was there? Why was he
did.
there?
Is
Okay,
this is a
then
prank-
why
this is
did
a
he
prank,
run on
isn't it?
stage?
You're pranking me. Okay, yeah, this is haha, good one. You really got me. Bye. She hangs up the phone.
What did she say, Heather?
She said she had to go to dinner.
Oh, okay.
It's also like
No news.
10
Some
p.m.
really
right
juicy
now.
information.
She must eat really late. Okay, well, maybe we'll see them at school tomorrow.
I guess we should sleep it off. Maybe this is a nightmare I'm living in. This is my nightmare. This is my nightmare. My debut ruined. The set
You're
fell.
gonna bounce back from this. Everyone loves
Everyone
An
you know,
underdog.
rebound. What's the word? Underdog.
Or
Wow,
that.
Artemia, did you come outside with us?
I've been eavesdropping this whole time. I am Hispanic, and I do love a good cheese man.
Perfect. Yeah, everyone loves a comeback kid, a comeback story. So,
Well-
you know, you had to have, you know, in order to have a comeback story, you have to have a setback, right? So this is just the beginning.
Very poetic of you, Heather, too. I'm going to go home and ice my feet. I can only take so much of this.
What happened to your feet?
Life.
Never mind. You do you. You do your self-care routines.
I'll see you at school tomorrow, and I walk back in to ask the server if I can get my milkshake to go.
So you
Because it
walk,
never arrived, I guess.
you walk back in, and sitting on your table is a
a glass of cubed ice with lemon, a hamburger, and a vanilla milkshake.
I see they put meat in between these two buns that I specifically asked for. Alone. Oh well. The vegan life.
I run up and say, cancel my water. I'm not paying for this.
What? Water's free. That's fine.
Can I have a to-go cup, please?
She goes back and gets you a little styrofoam to-go cup.
Okay, I kind of don't say anything. I swallow my sadness because I hate vanilla, but I just like slowly pour it in and like drink it anyway and be like, "Ooh, thank you." And I take out like cash and put it down for the three of us without even asking anyone. I just like do it.
Okay, great.
Well, you can keep the burger, Heather, too. Now that you paid for it.
Thanks. It's fine.
All right, you put that money and you walk out the door. And yeah, well, as you're leaving, you just hear kind of shouting through the doors it's closing. This isn't enough.
I turn back around and I go back in and I walk up to the big group of people.
Okay. They all just turn. Everyone stops talking. Everyone stops talking and just stares at you.
I just want, I turn back around and I walk back out of the thing because I get too anxious about speaking up and I just can't do it.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. Thank you all. All right, so the next day at school, you are all in your separate first period classes. Wolf.
Ooh.
Unbeknownst to you, Heather 2 is actually in your first period home ec class. You are currently leaning against the counter of a cooking station and talking with your girlfriend, the cheerleading captain, Darla Turner, who we have already had a brief encounter with. You hear you're kind of just talking with her. It's the first time you've seen her since the other night, and you are catching her up to speed on what happened. As everyone is kind of entering the class, the bell rings and you hear a small click come from the speakers mounted in the ceiling. It's the morning announcements. Good morning, Hall Winter High. This is Principal Kenner with today's announcements. First off, this is a final reminder for all freshmen to turn in their signed permission slips for the field trip to the History Museum. If you don't turn in your slip by tomorrow, you will not be able to go. Secondly, don't forget that tonight is the state semifinal football game for our Otters. I expect you all to be there cheering our boys on to victory. Go Otters! Lastly, due to costly damage and safety concerns, the remaining performances of guys and gals have been canceled. We're very sorry for the disappointment. Today's lunch is hamburger and fries with ice cream sandwiches for dessert. Have a great day. Click. Darla turns to you, Wolf, and she goes, "Oh my God, I am so sad I couldn't be there last night. I heard it was a total train wreck. Isn't that the girl over there?" She points conspicuously at Heather too. When Heather looks, she waves and laughs. And you hear Darla go, "Ugh, thank God we aren't like those people, right?"
I mean, look, they're not bad. They're just passionate. Don't you have any passions, darling? I mean, look, yeah, I'm passionate. What DM question? What month is it? What month is it right now?
It's fall. So let's see. It'd be like October.
Next week, the new James Bond movie, Never Say Never Again, comes out, and I want to take you. I'll show you that. I'll show you that, like, I care, like, like I'm passionate about the Bond movies, let people have passions, like that's what I'm trying to do. Like, so I don't want to be a judgy McJudgerson, babe, like, we're cool, but what is cool,
What?
Do I hear this conversation?
Yeah, they're just like across, there's like stations of like home ec cooking stations, and they're just like,
So I totally hear the whole thing.
yeah, they're not, it's hushed, but you can definitely pick it out.
Okay.
At this moment, all right, class, quiet down. Mrs. Foster hobbles out from behind her desk. She's an older lady with thick Coke bottle glasses that make her eyes look huge. And it would be fair to say she is shaped like a teapot. Today, we'll be learning to make sticky buns. I'm handing some of you the recipe sheet. Please refer to the top to see who your partners are and let them know. Begin when you're ready and let me know if you have any questions. After she passes out the recipe card, she plops down behind her desk and pulls out a poorly concealed romance novel. Heather 2, you were handed a sheet. You turn it over to see written at the top, Heather, Daniel, and Darla.
So I guess I walk very like much slumped, like I'm trying not to be invisible, and I kind of like walk up to where they're sitting and I kind of like show them my card, and I don't really say anything. I just kind of like like kind of sit with them.
Good job last night, Obi, it was fun.
Oh, thanks for trying to help us with the light thing.
Look, I just didn't want anybody to get hurt, Didn't want to turn a train wreck into a pain wreck.
Good.
Yes, babe, we know you're a hero, babe. So,
Okay, all right.
what is it, Heather? It's Heather, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah, I'm the other Heather.
okay. So, like, how are you coping with ruining the whole show?
To be honest, not very well. I don't really know what I could have done better besides, I guess, practice more. It was just kind of an accident.
Wow, you must be just like really embarrassed.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it was all there's
So sticky buns. I have the recipe. Should we get started?
Whatever.
I like tug Darla, kind of pull her to the side of it. I'm like, hey, how you doing, babe? That's that face you make when you're about to do a mean girl thing. Can you not do that right now? Can we not? You're about to do a mean girl thing. You're doing the mean girl face.
Excuse
You're doing
you.
the mean girl face, babe. Babe, you're doing the mean girl face.
and you're like, what's your deal today?
Look, I'm just saying, like, I feel like, I don't know, like yeah, we're popular, but does that equal mean? Do you have to be mean to be popular?
I'm not being mean. We're just having a conversation.
All right, well, it
It's
seems
like totally chill.
It doesn't feel.
Meanwhile, I'm like doing the recipe on the side, like trying not to pay attention. I'm like, aha. And I'm that kid in the group project that like does it, but like doesn't want attention.
Yeah, no, it definitely does not feel chill. It feels the opposite of chill right now. That's why I'm just saying.
Okay,
That's why I'm just saying.
Look, let's just like make
I turn on the electric mixer and it's like, "Arr!" Sorry.
Okay, well, I don't know, like, you've just been weird lately. Like, what's your what's your deal? Let's just make these cinnamon rolls or whatever they are.
It's
She turns back and kind of goes back up to the kind of where the mixer's going, and she goes, "Wow, Heather, you are so good at this."
Oh, thanks. I like to cook, or I mean bake. And I like continue
So like
doing the project.
Do you like need us to do anything?
I mean, if you want to, I'm on the step where I'm adding the milk and butter and sugar.
Ah.
So I've already put the warm water and yeast and everything in, and waited for it to be foamy.
Cool.
And so I like start
Okay.
sliding the ingredients towards them. And I like take the bowl off.
She grabs a stick of butter, unwraps it, and just like pops the whole thing into the mixer.
I start checking, and be like, oh, I mean, I like try to count how many tablespoons are in a stick of butter, but I honestly don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's more than 4. But honestly, like I'm not down to fight right now, so I just like let it happen.
He goes, "Okay, great. What's next?"
Let's do the orange zest.
What's that?
I think I don't know. It's when you it's when you take the orange and the rind and you grind, you like rub it against the little zester.
Zester? Yeah, okay, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'll pop on over there and just I'll help out with all that.
I hand it over.
Just don't like hurt your hands or anything. You've got the game tonight. Are you going to be at the game? It's the semifinal. You're coming, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I wouldn't miss it.
All right, cool.
Good.
Well, don't you have one of those friends and family seats, babe, that you can give to, help out?
Oh, that's
Heather.
you don't need to.
Heather,
Yeah,
it has just
yeah.
dawned on you that you're also in the marching band, but it's just dawned on you that you weren't planning on doing it because of the show, but now the show is canceled, that you'll have to be playing trombone in the marching band tonight, which you have not rehearsed for.
No. Okay.
Yeah, so
say something
so,
about
so like
Hello?
I was gonna, no, I was just saying, yeah, babe, you and all your friends can hang out with Heather here during the game, while you do
that's
your cheer
okay.
thing,
I'll probably be with the band.
Oh, okay.
So, but thank you. That's really nice.
Oh my God, you're in band too?
Wow, cool.
You are so talented. She has so many talents, doesn't she? Acting, band. Wow.
Thanks.
I mean, you'd be surprised, there's it's not just TV acting. Toby, in the Wolfpack, he was telling me last summer he went to New York and saw that new Andrew Lloyd Webber play. It's weird. It's about cats or something. Yeah, he saw it like last year.
She pushes you. She kind of like pushes you aside, and she pushes you aside and just whispers, "What? What are you doing? You sound like a dork.
What do you mean?
You sound ridiculous. You sound who is the Andrew Boyd Webb? What?
Look, I don't know. Oh no.
It's embarrassing that we even have to be seen with her. What are you doing? Like, trying to be friends with her? First you save her on the stage, and now you're like trying to be best friends?
Well,
Do I hear this?
This feels...
Well, yeah, they're like just 4 steps away.
Okay. Okay.
Like you're not even
I
there.
might stop what I'm doing because I'm getting upset. And so I might kind of step away a little bit to let him talk. 'Cause I'm upset. So I kind of run away.
Look, I don't know. I've been thinking, and I've just been thinking, like, it's been real weird the way that we've been mean. I've just been watching a lot of stuff, been hanging out, seeing things, and I don't know, this Knight Rider. I feel like Kit wouldn't be cool with this. It's kind of changed my perspective on things. I feel like Kit wouldn't be cool with us being mean. Like, I was cool with it. My dad told me, "Oh, you got to fit in. You got to be popular. That's how you get to a good college." And he said that it was going to get me.
Stop talking. You're embarrassing yourself. Okay, I am going to go to the bathroom, and when I get back, you better be normal because you're being really weird. And she leaves the classroom, goes to the bathroom.
I'm like not at the table anymore.
Guess I'll start mixing the butter with the batter. I guess put the butter in there. Got zesting. I'll zest the orange up. Get the orange all zest in there. Get the sticky buns sticky. All right. So did I put enough sugar in there? What they doing over there? Okay.
Heather, where are you right now?
Butter.
I think I'm back where I was seated.
You did put too much butter.
I don't know. Yeah, she definitely put too much butter. I think I'm back where my backpack is, being sad and trying not to cry. I would have ran to the bathroom, but I think I was afraid to draw too much attention to myself, so I tried to just be invisible.
Hey.
But I mean, if he wants to call me back over, she'd come back over. She just doesn't like taking the lead on stuff.
Hey, Heather. Hey, can you come over here? I think you still got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real awkward.
Yeah, I can come over.
Trouble in paradise over here.
It's okay. I mean, you guys are super popular. I get it. It happens.
Yeah. Well, it's still not cool to be mean. I'd hate to find Kit one day and try and get inside and drive, and he doesn't let me drive because I'm a meanie. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I think the next is the salt.
Cool. Okay, I'll put the.
Heather's trying to confuse because he's the popular mean guy, right? So he's all of a sudden super nice. She doesn't know how to react.
It's usually easy to be mean when you have the wolf pack with you, cheering you on, and you could kind of not pretend like you're not talking to a single person, and you're more so just putting on airs, like that.
Hey, so I'm back.
Hey,
what happened last night when you ruined the whole show?
Yeah, that was real funny.
I guess I forgot what I was supposed to say.
Wow, that's a real bummer for you. I would die if I did that. Never, not that I'd ever be in that position, but I can imagine.
Yeah, it was the worst day of my life.
Wow.
Cool. So after the salt, I guess we've got to incorporate it and then knead the dough. I guess.
Perfect. All right, you finish out the rest of the class awkwardly finishing your sticky bun. They come out real bad and way too buttery.
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right. Thank you, guys. So,
Thanks.
Later that night, on the Hallwinter High football field, the bleachers are packed with students and families, all wearing school sweaters and waving little pennant flags. Heather 1, a cheerleader, is currently leading cheers from the track in front of the home bleachers. Heather 2, in the marching band, stands on the side of the field with her trombone, ready to play the intro music when the players take the field. Neither Heather expected to be here tonight, but now that the musical is canceled, here they are. Wolf stands at the front of his teammates in the locker room, ready to be the first one to burst through the banner. His heart is pumping harder than it ever has. This is the state semifinal game. If you win this, you go to state. And lastly, wandering up toward the field alone is Artemia, fiddling with her camera. The drum major raises her baton and the band begins to play. Wolf, you're in the locker room. You're about to run out. It's time to pump up your teammates. What do you do?
All right, y'all. You know what time it is? It's time to show these busters who the real otters are. We about to get wet. We about to eat them up like some fish. Real fuzzy. Ready to flip around. Because we didn't come here to play. We came here to win. It doesn't matter how much time it takes. It doesn't matter how many tackles, how many sacks. It's time for us to get this dub, and we're going all the way to state. We're going to the state finals, and we're gonna get that chip.
Yeah.
We're gonna. Woo! Yeah, y'all feeling that? Y'all feeling that? Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
getting pumped up. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony. Today, I know you think you're a simple kicker, but you more than that. When it comes time to send that football flying, to go, send it back on the unfortunate moment that we have a turnover. It's up to you to send it as far back as possible so that the D team over here can come over and lock it down and get the ball back in the QB's hands. Jim. Yeah, Jim. You might be the second string wide receiver, but when I need a breather, when I need to sit down on that bench to take a little sip of water, you right there to get out there and catch some balls for me. Now, some of y'all might just be putting a lot of pressure on this, psyching yourself out. But every game, we crush it. So what I need you to do is just imagine that this is just another game that we always play every day. All right? Y'all feeling it?
Yeah. Yeah, and they all start
All
kind
right.
of shoving each other and hitting their helmets and stuff.
All right,
All right.
don't hit your head
So
too
what-
much. Don't hit your head too much.
They're all whipped up into a frenzy, and it's time for you to run out through the banner. You turn around and lead the charge out the door through the banner. You can see that they're holding it. The band begins to play, and you charge toward that banner. And when you're about 10 feet away, you can kind of see something's a little funny. It seems like whoever made the banner accidentally made it. Instead of using paper, they used fabric. I need you to make an athletics check.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, let's do a quick athletics check. Okay. Let's go. I didn't roll the bad ones out of this die. Let's see how this goes. Oh, okay. 21.
All right.
Ooh.
You see it, but you're unfazed. You're pumped, heart's pumping, you're full of adrenaline, and you shoulder into that banner, and it rips open, and the crowd erupts and cheers as you pour through your arms in the air, and the football team takes the field. Heather 1, I need you to make an athletics check.
Okay. Oh my god. 4.
And did you add your athletics modifier? Oh boy.
Yeah. Let me.
All right. Well,
Yeah, 4.
Things are starting off a little bit shaky for you. You're not really well rehearsed with the team, and you kind of find yourself being a little out of sync with some of the moves. Nothing catastrophic, but you're a little on edge. Things aren't quite going so well for you.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 9, 8. OTTERS, the Otters are back. OTTERS, the leader of the pack. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenny.
Heather 2,
So
make a
exhausted.
performance check.
Oh, okay. Performance check. That's a 6, a second 6, and then performance. I have +5, so 11.
All right, you're doing okay. You, despite your lack of rehearsal with the band, you are keeping time. You're playing the right parts with the band. No mistakes. Artemia, can you make a stealth check for me, please?
Okay. 16.
All right. So you have come to the football game because obviously, as you know, you are a photographer and you love taking candid shots of people. So you kind of successfully sneak your way up back behind the bleachers, and you are kind of poised in a position to take photos. No one has noticed you at all. What in particular are you trying to take pictures of at this game?
I just always think something fishy's going on in the school, and I want to be able to catch it on film. You know, when I go into my red room and do the exposures there. But I kind of regret the fact that I did not take photos the night previously, so this time around I'm not going to let it slip away from me. So I want to see if I can catch anything interesting.
Perfect. All right, thank you. Wolf, your team gets the ball first. Your kicker has run, or your kick returner has run the ball back to the 23-yard line, and it's time for the first play. You're going to be running a slant route. All right, so the quarterback hikes the ball. He drops back. You juke out the receiver, the safety, and I need you to make an athletics check.
Ooh, all right, let's do it.
Is this the D&D part? Thrilling. I mean the live RPG.
The live RPG.
Yeah.
Wolf.
I rolled a 1.
Oh! All right, you the ball. You make your slant, but you slant a little bit too deeply, and the quarterback threw where you should have been, resulting in the opposite safety running in front of you and picking off the ball for an interception on the first play of the game. The Otters are off to a very rocky start.
Ooh.
All right, can I get another athletics check from Heather 1?
Okay. 6.
6?
Why?
Switch out that D20. Find another D20.
Yeah, new dice.
Oh my god.
Heather, you can tell that the rest of the cheerleading squad is starting to take notice that you are not very well in sync. And actually, as you're cheering, Darla kind of turns next to you and just says, "Get it together. You're embarrassing yourself." Heather 2, can you make a performance?
Heck yeah. Okay, that's another 11. Unless that's not good enough, in which case I have inspiration.
No, you're good.
Okay.
So yeah, you're still hanging tight with the band. Luckily, it's a whole marching band, so there's not a ton of pressure. Even if you do flub a little note here or there, you're doing totally fine. You're remembering the songs. Everything is going smoothly. All right, Wolf. Luckily, you amped up the defense successfully, and they have managed to get the ball back after forcing a punt. So you are now back on the field. The first play is a running play. You gain 5 yards on the play. The next play, you're sent out on a curl route. All right, I need you to make an athletics check.
All right, time to hit this curl off. That slant was messing me up. The curl, we back. That's what I'm talking about.
I just don't know.
24.
24. All right, you run out and you turn right, and right as you turn, the ball is there in your hands. It was perfectly executed play between you and the quarterback. You turn upfield and begin to run. Can I get another athletics check?
Oh, yep. That's going to be 19.
19. All right, you spin the first defender and you start charging up the field. You gain another 20 yards before you're tackled. Excellent play. All right, go ahead and make another athletics roll for me for the next play.
Okay, all right. This time it's 16.
16. All right, you are sent. You're actually getting a screen play here. So you've got blockers in front of you. The quarterback dumps the ball back to you near the sideline. Make another athletics check for me.
All right. Oh, this one's just 10.
10. All right, the screen isn't super effective. The defense read it perfectly, and you managed to only get about 5 yards on the play. Artemia, can I get a stealth check?
$19.
19. All right, you are still completely unseen. You actually managed to sneak your way under the bleachers. So you can kind of you can see the field through people's, legs. You can see the cheerleaders, the band. You can see anything you want from this vantage point. Is there anything in particular you're trying to take a picture of? Or look, you're just trying to capture people? What are you doing?
There's a certain crowd of people that I've had my eye on so far. And it's because I think they have something to do with what went wrong in the play the night previously. And I think they might be trying to sabotage this game. Hence the fabric sign.
All right. You keep your eye on them and you snap photos. Nobody has any clue that you're down there. Wolf, all right. Your team has managed to kind of march their way down the field. You're now in the red zone. All right. This next play, you're running to the end zone and then hooking to the right, or sorry, rather to the left. All right. If you catch it, it's a touchdown. Give me an athletics roll.
All right, let's go. It's going to be 17.
17. All right. As you run out and you fake right, break left, you lose the defender, and the quarterback hits you with dead center of the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh.
You are now up.
Your boy's back.
6-0.
How you doing? Yes.
All right, you had a bumpy start, but the Otters are now seem to be making some progress. All right.
Go Otters!
Speaking of Heather,
the pack.
speaking of Heather one, why don't you give me another performance, or rather athletics?
Oh.
8. All right. The cheer squad is now doing back handsprings and flips and such, and you go to do a back handspring, but as you do, you kind of don't really land your hand placement, and you slip and kind of just face plant on the track, and the whole crowd just goes, "Oh!" and everyone sees you.
Oh my god.
Darla comes up and she reaches down to help you, and she gets you back on your feet, and she pats you on the back, and she goes, "If you do that again, I will kill you."
Mixed language.
Oh, what?
She's not nice.
What?
Don't be like Darla.
And I'm
Get it
sitting there like
together.
our hands are grasped together, and I'm like, what did you just say?
And she
I
pats you on
genuinely
the
did
back.
not hear what you just said.
She said, "Don't do it again." And she pats you on the back and makes sure the crowd sees that she helped you and everything, that you're okay. And then she goes back to her spot in the line.
Oh my god, I'm
All right,
acting
well-
like a mascot.
All right. Well, you managed to play up until halftime. At this point, it actually is a tie game, and you head back into the locker room. It's now time for the halftime performance with the marching band and the cheerleading squad. It requires some of the most intense, marching and playing from you, Heather 2, and from Heather 1, it's some of the most intense acrobatic cheerleading moves.
Bring it on.
Heather 2, you realize it just struck you that the halftime performance starts with a trombone solo.
Yeah, of course it does.
You step forward in front of the whole crowd and begin to play. Make a performance check.
Okay. What is this? I got another 6. And so that's 11. But I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one because my girl Heather has had a lot of losses. 8 plus 5, 13.
All right. You begin to play.
That's not bad. Ooh, I sound good.
You impress even yourselves, and you realize that once you know jazz licks, they never really leave you. It's like riding a bike. You nail it, and you step back into formation and begin to march in place. You throw a dab out, people go, what is that? And you say, it'll be big in like 30 years. Don't worry about
It'll be big in 30. I'm ahead of my time.
it. All right. The band begins to play and march in place as the cheerleaders begin to perform. Heather 1, give me that athletics roll. It's time to throw some people in the air. What'd you get? 15, all right.
Okay.
You're Darla's back spot. And she, before she hops up, she kind of looks you in the eye as to say, don't you mess this up. And you don't, you toss her up in the air. She does a backflip and lands perfectly back down. It's perfectly executed. The crowd goes wild. Heather 2, another performance check, please.
8.
8. Wait, who rolled? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That was Heather 2.
Yeah, I
not me.
need
My bad.
Heather 2. Yeah.
Oh, yes, me. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be a 23.
Ooh! The band begins to march in formation. You're perfectly in time as the band branches out around the cheerleaders and begins to spread across the field. Heather 1, another roll, please. We're gonna go back and forth on these rolls, so just be ready.
Okay. 18. Yeah.
18. All right. You do another toss of Darla. She does a triple side roll, lands back down. You catch her, you set her down, and you grab your pom-poms and begin to do the choreography. You're locked in perfectly. Another
See,
performance.
Darla, I can even perform through a concussion. Take that for commitment. Go, Otters, go!
Heather 2. Give me a performance.
Okay. Okay, that's 6 and 5, 11. Why do I keep getting
11.
6s? I'm so 6y today. Yeah, I know.
All right. The marching band, the cheerleaders are right on the otter logo at the center of the field. And the marching band begins to shape around the cheerleaders to form an otter out of human band members. However, it's a little more complex, and you kind of realize that you're a little off place, and you kind of stop for a second to find your spot, and when you do, the person behind you bumps into you just a little bit, and it causes kind of this mini domino effect.
No!
But everyone's able to recover from it. It's just a wake-up call. Everyone recovers. They form the most amazing otter. It's like there's really an otter on the field. The crowd goes, ah! That's an otter! They're so impressed.
Go, Otters, go!
All right.
I'm just like, oh yeah, feeling myself.
Heather 1, it is time for the most intense move of the entire performance. It's the climax. You have to throw Darla up in the air, and it's really hard. In rehearsals, it doesn't always work. Give me a athletics roll.
Oh my god. I'm clearing my tray for this roll. Oh, I dropped it. Oh my god.
Does that count?
That's not a good sign.
1 second.
That's not a good sign. The crowd waits with anticipation.
Oh my god!
information.
Oh my god! I swear
Did that-
this is real.
Is it gone?
I left the dice on the ground. I'm taking a picture. I'm taking a picture of it.
Michelle's first nat 20!
Yes! I'm really taking a picture.
Beautiful. Bravo.
I'm fine. I just took a picture of this. I swear to God, that's real. So then +3, 23.
All right, amazing. You toss Darla up into the air. She does a triple backflip and lands as if on solid ground right on your hands. You catch her perfectly. The crowd erupts. The otter rears up onto its hind legs like it's a horse, but it's not a horse. It's an otter. The band finishes on a big high note and the crowd goes wild. You've had an insanely successful halftime performance and the air is absolutely electric. And after last night, it feels amazing.
Yes.
All right. Michelle 1, you head back to the track where in front of the bleachers where the cheerleaders will cheer from the sideline. You head back behind the end zone, Heather 2, where the band stays. And it is time to resume the second half of the football game. So Wolf, you run back out, you take the field with your players. The crowd goes wild after such an amazing halftime performance. How could they not? Artemia, though, you're still kind of hidden under the bleachers. Can I get another stealth roll from you?
8.
8. Okay. You realize that as you're kind of going through the bleachers, you kind of knock your head against one of the metal bars, and it lets out a vroom. The bleachers, and some people look down under the bleachers, and they see you lurking, and go, "Get out of here, you creep!" Oh, as if, and things like that, and your cover has been blown.
I tell them that I'm really concerned for the environment and their littering, so I'm picking up their trash because it's for community service. at
Whatever,
church
just get
because
out from
my-
under the bleachers, you creep.
Oh, screw off.
All right. So you make your way from out of the bleachers, and as you do, a boy runs up to you. You've seen him in school, but you have no idea who he is. And he just comes up and he goes, "Hey, what were you doing? What were you doing under the bleachers?"
Just community service. My mom's Catholic, and she wants me to do my confirmation, and so I need to do stuff like picking up trash.
Cool. Can you roll deception for me?
Deception?
Yeah.
15.
And all right. Oh, okay. You're like, since when do you care about like anything like that? Don't you just like sit in the corner and do like weird rituals or something?
Very astute observation, random kid, but I have to do what my mom says until I'm 18. So do you have a Cuban mother? I don't think so.
No.
And I need to do confirmation because my mom thinks that if I don't do my confirmation, I can't get married in the Catholic Church, even though I don't believe in marriage. That's a whole other conversation. Don't you have something better to do?
Okay, geez, whatever. Weirdo. Just turns and heads back up to the bleachers. All right,
Haven't heard
Wolf.
that one before.
Wolf, you play out the third quarter and most of the fourth, and it's been going all right, but it's been a tough back and forth, and your team is currently down by 5 points. There was a safety. 5 points with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you have to get down the field and score a touchdown to win the game. If you don't, you're going to lose, and that's the end of your run for this year. All right, so the quarterback brings you all into the huddle, and he goes, all right, Wolf, I need you to run a fade route, okay? If you're open, I'm going to throw you the ball. So be open, because none of these other guys can catch it. And then he goes into the huddle, gives the rest of the play. He goes, okay, ready, break. And you take to your spot along the right sideline. All right, the ball is snapped. Make an athletics check for me.
I use my inspiration.
A.
I rolled a 2, used my inspiration, and rolled a 3.
All right.
Making that 8.
All right. Yeah, so the play does not go well. The school announcer, who's one of the sophomore boys, you can hear him come over. He's here. Pass intended for Wolf Percy falls incomplete. No gain on the play. Second down. All right, Wolf. Next play. Once again, you're running a deep slant route. All right.
Okay. Deep slant. Sorry. Let's go.
Give me that roll.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Make a deep slant. You go right between the two safeties, catch the ball, and turn upfield. You gain, after being tackled, you gain a total of 25 yards. Mm-hmm. The announcer comes over there. Amazing play by Daniel Percy, who catches the pass and runs for another 10 yards. 10 yards.
Yeah. Say
down.
it. Say it loud.
First down,
Otters,
Otters.
go!
Yeah. For all the people who may be new to D&D, watching a dirty 20 is where you hit a 20 with your modifiers instead of a natural 20 when it rolls on your carpet and you look and it says 20.
That's another.
That was a
iffy
callback.
fact.
Yeah, that was a callback to Michelle's nat 20.
All right, your team is now at about the 50-yard line. All right, you got half the field to go. It's first down, but time is running out. Your team is out of timeout, so you got to move. All right, we're going. You've only got probably 2 plays left. All right, you're running a seam route. You're going for the end zone. It's a Hail Mary. You got 2 of them. Okay, real deep passes. It's going to be hard. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Gonna use my inspiration to.
You have another inspiration?
Yeah, I had 2.
Heck yeah, go chat.
All right.
I rolled a 4 again. That's a 9.
9.
Yeah.
All right. You run in the end zone. The quarterback launches the ball up into the air. You're in
going.
triple coverage. So there are 3 other guys on you, and you all hop up. The ball gets batted up into the air. You reach up, you bounce it off your hand. One of the safeties bounces it off their hand. They get in their arms, but they bobble it, and it falls to the ground. Pass incomplete. There's only time for one more play.
Okay.
This is for all the marbles. Once again, it's another Hail Mary. Go ahead and make your roll.
All right. Here it is, y'all. Here it is. We're going to make it happen.
Another floor one.
It's a 10.
All right. Once again, same thing. Launching the ball down into the end zone in triple coverage. A defender hops up into the air and gets both hands on the ball. You manage to pop your hand in there and swat it away, but it doesn't matter. The ball falls to the ground, and the Otters come up just short, losing by 5 points and ending their season. You your team, you walk back to the sideline, you shake hands with the other team, and you head back to the locker room with your team. Is there anything you say to them?
No.
All right, you take off your gear in silence, and you start packing your stuff up and cleaning yourself up and head out of the locker room. Artemia, you, after the game, you are hanging around taking candid photos of students and fans as they are kind of leaving the stands, commiserating together. After about 30 minutes, most people have left, and you yourself prepare to leave. But as you begin walking, you hear a booming voice coming your way, and you kind of tuck yourself behind a tree. You realize that it's Wolf's father, and you see through the trees that he has his arm around Wolf's shoulder, and he's grabbing cloth on the other side. And you overhear him talking. He goes, "Son, scouts were there tonight. You dropped the ball. You blew your shot. This is your dream, and you messed it up. You could have gone D1. You could have gone pro. And
no, this is your dream. This is your dream.
No, this is what you wanted. You stayed up studying. You stayed up. I told you not to stay up late studying, and you did. Your teacher would understand. This is football. This is what matters. This is what you want. This is your future.
This is what you want. You keep saying it's what I want. It's what you want. You want the football thing. The only reason I even tried so hard is because you said I can go to science camp if we won state. I don't care about this. But you know what? Football's done anyway, so I should still be able to go to science camp.
Well, there's next season, too. You're only a junior.
Yeah, I know. But for this season, our season is done. So I think I should still be able to go to science camp.
I don't know, but that's what got you in this problem in the first place, is the books.
What got me in this problem is I feel like I have
football.
No, Dad, I feel like I have to do extra work because I'm doing this football thing and you're making it such a high priority that I don't even on my own time get to do any of the stuff I want to do. You say I got to be a jock. You say I got to do this. I did all that in every way. Since middle school, you kept raising the bar. There is a world in which I could do the science thing and the football thing, but you only wanted to be the football thing because you're so afraid of me going the way of science because you know what? That's what I really want.
Son, you are a star. Your talent is amazing, and I'm not going to let you blow that chance. So no more late night studying, okay? That's final. At
this is the weirdest convo.
At this point, they are out of earshot. But you overheard that whole conversation.
That is the end of Act 1 of the first episode. Welcome now to Two Talk. I'm your host, Heather. And we're going to talk live with our Twitch chat right now. And I'm going to talk to you about all things Heather too. So if you want to ask me any questions, I will feel free to answer them. If I wasn't playing trombone, what other instrument would I play? I don't know. I think I'm just good at trombone. Future aspirations? Not really. I'm just a junior. So I hope I'll get in the play again, but right now it's looking like that's not gonna happen. I do have two siblings. I have an older sister named Kelly, who's 20, and I have a younger brother named Brent, and he's the worst. I am currently single, but I don't really talk about that much. I do not have a crush. Next question. Smoothies or milkshakes? Definitely milkshakes, specifically chocolate milkshakes. I don't have a crush. Why are people asking me so much about a crush? Let's just keep going. Thoughts on Wolf? He's fine. I don't know. I guess he's been weirdly nice lately, which is kind of weird, but I just don't trust him. Favorite 80s dance movie would have to be Flashdance. It is so good. Favorite sport? Does dance count? If dance counts, dance is my favorite sport. If dance doesn't count, maybe tennis. I think tennis. I played it once with my dad. After high school plans, I think I might go to college like my big sister, but I don't know yet. I mean, it would be really cool to go to Broadway, but I'm probably not good enough. How were the sticky buns? The sticky buns were not good. Honestly, they were really buttery, which could have been a great addition, but I don't think we got a very good grade on it, to be honest. I don't think it was what the teacher was going for. Yeah. What do I think the light was loose in the play? I don't know. That seems really mysterious, honestly. I think it might have been just an accident. There's always so many things going on. I'm sure everyone did their very best to make a good play. My best friend is obviously Heather 1. I don't have a ton of friends beyond that, so I guess I don't really have like a favorite. You know, she can be bossy, but next question. Thoughts on Artemia? Artemia makes me really nervous to talk to. I really feel like she hates me and I don't know why. How did I feel about my performance at the game? I was pretty proud of my performance at the game. I'm not gonna lie. Who's 1 and who's 2? Well, I'm Heather number 2. Because, I mean, honestly, I started getting called Heather number 2 because like Heather number 1 called me Heather number 2, and I guess it just stuck. I would say I'm the other Heather. The less popular one. I'm the odder Heather. What do I wish I had the confidence to do? Oh, probably a lot of things, to be honest. You know, we just got to know each other, so I don't think I'm comfortable yet telling you guys what those kind of things are, but maybe down the line, we'll get there. Who do I blame for ruining the play? Honestly, I blame myself. I definitely blame myself. Well, guys, I think that's about all that there is time for To Chat with Heather. I'm your host, Heather 2, and next time we'll get to chat with a different one of the gang. So until next time.
Welcome back, everybody.
Good.
I noticed a lot of comments in the chat. So before we get going again, we got to give a shout out to the amazing, the one and only Jesse Hartove, who composed all the music and is running all the sound and music for the session. So thank you, Jesse.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesse.
But you're getting lots of love.
You're a real one.
All right.
God
I feel
damn.
so ridiculous drinking out of this.
Yeah, I forgot
You
my
look
water.
incredible.
I was trying to hide the fact that I'm only dressed from the top up, and then everyone then saw me in shorts.
You know, athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
In my high school, the athletic guys did not wear anything but shorts if they had the choice.
Yeah, oh yeah, same. And you have to wear if you were on the
ugly
basketball
Skechers.
team. Ooh, them flip flops.
All right. Well, let's hop back into it, you guys.
Part 2.
Oh.
Número 2.
The next morning, in your first period classes, you hear a small click come from the speakers mounted in the ceiling. Good morning, Hallwinter High. This is Principal Kenner with today's announcements. First off, a big congratulations to our Hallwinter High Otters football team for their excellent effort in last night's game. Though they came up a little short, we're still immensely proud of them and can't wait to see what they do next season. Go Otters! Secondly, freshmen, I hope you have your permission slips today. Please turn them into the front office by 3 p.m. And lastly, a friendly reminder that Guys and Gals has been canceled due to extremely expensive damage to school property. Today's lunch is Sloppy Joes and fries with ice cream cake for dessert. Have a great day. Click.
Ooh. Ice cream cake.
You all make it through your morning classes and you head to the cafeteria. Heathers, you two are walking down the hall together to the cafeteria. And when you arrive, you see sitting at the table in the spots that you always sit at every lunch, you see a group of super nerdy boys. Drab plaid button-ups, pocket protectors, wire glasses, braces. Absolute nerds sitting in your spot. What do you do? Oh, you're muted, Michelle. Michelle, you're muted.
I said,
I
roll
wait
for
for
athletics
Michelle.
check, and then I did it. I was we approach them, I think, and verbally confront them. Do
I
we
just
know
back
them?
you up.
You
have no idea who they are?
You do not. You definitely do not associate with them. You know, you
But like
don't
we've
know
seen them around.
personally. Well, yeah, you know they're kind of like in the super nerd group, but they're like super duper nerd boys.
Super duper
Sitting in
nerd
their spot.
boys.
That's right.
Hello, Science Fair Club, Tweedledees and Tweedledums. I think you realize that perhaps by now you are sitting in our spot. This is where we sit. The Heathers. We sit here.
Is your name on it?
Actually, it is.
Oh, where?
Check under the table.
You carved your name into the table?
So, move along.
At this point, some of the other boys have already stood up and just been like, "Come on, let's just go, let's go." And reluctantly, they all kind of get up and leave the table and go to a different one across the.
I'm really glad you made me
one
carve our
tree.
name into the table, Heather. That was a good call.
It was a good use of that free period. And we did need to sharpen those pencils.
I sit down with my tray and my ice cream cake.
I sit down
Which
with
is-
my water with crushed ice.
Wolf, you're sitting at a nearby table with the wolf pack. They're being rowdy as usual. And Artemia, you are sitting alone at a small table in the nearby corner, eating quietly. As you eat with your head down to the tray, you feel a shadow kind of loom over you. You look up and see a sophomore boy standing across the table. He goes, "Mind if I sit here?"
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay, he sits down. Says, "I'm Kevin."
I'm Artemia.
Cool. What are you eating?
I brought food from home because, the cafeteria doesn't believe in my lifestyle. So sloppy joes wouldn't be the best thing for me. So I just
What your
brought
life
some
like?
frijoles negros from home and white rice.
Are those like tacos?
No, I mean, tacos are great, but I'm Cuban, so we eat a little differently. It's really good if you want
Well,
to
that's
have some tostones. It's like a fried plantain. It's really delicious.
what's a plantain?
It's basically a fried. The tostone is a fried plantain. The plantain is the long green banana things, but they're not really bananas. They're not sweet.
Sure, yeah, I'll try one. You can tell that he feels quite in over his head already as he tries to keep up with everything you're saying. He tries one and he chews it, and at first he says kind of sours, but then that's actually really good. It felt weird texture, but it tastes real good. So why are you sitting here all alone?
It helps with my digestion. I don't like to be occupied and talking while I'm eating, and it's just nice to. I don't like people,
Oh,
but it's
Okay,
fine. I
sorry.
mean, you can sit here. It's totally okay. I mean, it's not like I don't know. I think I'm just really misunderstood. I just don't get along with a lot of people. And they don't really get me, and I think that's probably why I don't like them. It's weird and it's complicated. I don't mean to turn this into like a counseling session or anything. Yeah.
well, I mean, I can leave. I'll just go
No,
sit at another.
no. There's a really big table here. It's fine. I've never seen you around though.
Oh, probably because I'm a sophomore.
Yeah, probably.
You're not a sophomore, right? I haven't seen you in any of the classes.
Well, I skipped a grade.
Oh, wow. So you're
What grade did you skip?
Well, when I started high school, I was technically 13. So I was a little ahead of most people, but I don't say this to a lot of folks, so please don't repeat this.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's cool. I thought, yeah, I don't know. We all just thought you were like the opposite or something. Like you just like hide in the corner and never talk. So I saw you yesterday at the football game under the bleachers. What was that about?
Well, I mean, people get nasty and they litter, and I was cleaning up. Community service, Catholicism. You don't need to know that much about my family. It's weird.
Okay,
But
yeah,
that's
sorry,
what I was
don't.
doing. No, I just feel like I'm boring you with, I'm telling you about my
No.
Cuban food, and then I'm talking about my family's religious beliefs, and it's just, it's a lot, and I don't know you, and it's weird, and I already feel like I'm pushing you away. But it's great. How's your sloppy Joe?
It's cafeteria food, you know. It's,
Yeah.
It's somewhat edible, I guess. But
Yeah.
he kind of looks down at his tray and just takes a bite of his sloppy Joe, clearly at a loss for everything. So you just kind of sit there in awkward silence. At this very moment, Heather's, you are sitting at your table, and one of the boys from the nerd group that you just kicked out walks back up to you, and he raises a fist up into the air, and it's full, and it's just got a big sloppy Joe, and he goes, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!" And then he just mashes it on top of your head, Heather One.
Are
And he kind
you
of snickers and then says,
kidding me? The power of what? I'll tell you this. I just got my highlights redone, and they were expensive.
At this point, everyone is kind of turned and sees this, and it's dead silent. And from across the cafeteria, a girl in neon leg warmers hops up onto the table and holds Sloppy Joe up in the air and goes, "Food fight!" Throws a Sloppy Joe. Roll initiative.
Oh my god. What? Okay.
All right, give me just a second here.
Is there an initiative? It's just initiative, right? There's no modifier?
Yeah, so you roll and then, no, there's in your character sheet, there should be a plus initiative kind of toward the top.
Just a normal day.
All of us?
But something special's coming my way.
3 for me.
It's coming my way.
I got a 7.
Just having lunch
Is
on
initiative
my
INT
own.
on the list?
Maybe it has to be alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I've
It
got
has to be
a
alone.
19.
I feel something different in the air.
You're looking at
And baby, there's no doubt about it.
Michelle One, what are you?
14.
Michelle won.
Michelle. I'll be Michelle one too.
Wait, did you both get 14?
I got 19.
And I got the
Okay.
urge to throw this food. Yeah! It's a food fight. Yeah, food fight.
All right.
It's a food fight. Baby, it's a food
This song is incredible.
Obsessed.
All right.
Go Otters, go.
So, the way this is going to work is a little bit different than traditional, TTRPG combat. So you all are in a food fight.
Okay.
To your roll, you're going to roll a d20 to hit. And then kind of make a note of this. Wolf, add +3 to your roll since you are the most athletic.
yeah.
Heather Heather 1, add a +1 to your roll whenever you roll to hit someone. And then Heather 2 and Artemia, you just say exactly the number that's on your d20 when you roll it.
Okay.
So, the way this works is...
Well, we all still have inspiration.
Yes, you do. So, there are, for the sake of this food fight, there are... every time you hit, you're going to roll a d4 for damage. That's the little pyramid one. Different types of people are going to be easier or harder to hit. There are going to be nerds, the most easy to hit, the popular kids, kind of middle difficulty to hit them, and then the jocks, who are going to be the hardest to hit. When you successfully hit one, if you hit a jock, you get 3 rad points. A popular kid, you get 2 rad points, and a nerd, you get 1 rad point. And when you get 5 rad points, you can cash them in for a Rule of Rad combo, where you get to do the most crazy, radical thing that you can that can hit multiple targets at once. All right?
All right, sick.
And I'll walk you through it. I'll walk you through it as we go.
Are we gonna go for each other too?
If you'd like.
All right.
Yeah, food
I'll give you, if you can hit each other, I'll give you 3 rad points if you hit one of the player characters. All right?
Copy you.
So, after this girl hops up and throws a Sloppy Joe's, the cafeteria erupts. And Sloppy Joe meat and sides and corn, it starts to fly in everywhere, and French fries. And Heather, Artemia. Oh, that doesn't miss. But you see some Sloppy Joe meat flies right by your head. And Kevin kind of looks at you and goes, "You don't eat this stuff, do you? You don't?" And he hops over and he kind of pushes you up, and he flips the table up to provide cover. And you now have like a barrier that you can duck behind.
Heck yeah, Kevin.
Heather 2, you're up first. So,
Okay.
Heather, in front of you, or in your nearby area, of course, there is Heather 1, and there is also a popular kid at the same table as you, as well as 2 of the nerds who just came over and threw.
I'm going to attempt to evoke revenge on the nerds for coming for me and my girl. So I'm gonna go for a nerd, specifically the one that started this.
All right. So roll to hit for me.
All right, I got a 10.
A 10. That hits. You take Sloppy Joe and you just chuck it, and it hits him right in the chest. And he goes, "Ugh!" And it splatters up and kind of coats the bottom of his face and his chin. And he starts making a break for it and kind of runs away. So you get 1 cool point, or 1 rad point for that.
Like, take that back to Grayskull!
Yeah, and can you and roll a d4? Yes, can you roll a d4 for damage?
Yep. That's a 1.
A 1? All right, so you do 1 slop point of damage to him. Now, you all have hit points, but for this, they are slop points. And if you get reduced to 0, you are slipping in Sloppy Joe meat and blinded. And you have to. Someone either needs to help you, or you have to like take a turn to wipe yourself off and regain some of your slop points in this food fight.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you hit him in the chest and he turns and bolts away. Up next, we have Heather 1. Heather, those 2 nerds are still in front of you, as well as Heather 2 and the same other popular kid who is at the table with you.
I also want to go for the kid who started all of this.
All right.
He's still up, right?
Yeah, he's still up.
Okay. So now I roll for that.
D20.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
and then add +1 to your roll.
Okay, 16.
16. All right. You, as he turns and runs, you take your Sloppy Joe and fire it at him. and it hits him kind of right in the center of the back. Can you roll D4 for me?
4.
4. All right, as it hits, he's knocked down to the ground, and he's kind of covered in sloppy Joe meat, and he's kind of struggling to stand up. You've taken him out. And Artemia, you are now up. You're huddled behind this table with people everywhere. You can kind of take your pick because you're in the corner. The whole cafeteria is before you. What do you do?
I want to smack the hell out of Darla.
All right, she's at the table with Wolf, which is not very far away. So yes, Darla, she's just a couple tables away. Go ahead, and what are you throwing at her?
I'm throwing at her all that disgusting sloppy Joe meat or whatever chemical slosh that is.
Perfect.
So I grab a handful of it, as disgusting as it is. 13, my lucky number.
13. You lob the sloppy Joe meat in this arc over everyone's heads. The suit's flying everywhere. And like a homing missile, it just hits her straight in the back of the head, all in her long hair. Can you roll damage for me?
$18.
You want to roll D4 for damage. The little pyramid. Or do you have multiple dice? You've got other dice, right?
I do, yeah. 3.
Cool. 3. All right. So yeah, you hit, and the sloppy Joe kind of explodes, and in her long permy hair, it just kind of weights it down, and it's now just this flat, red, dripping mop on top of her head, and she lets out a blood-curdling shriek that the whole cafeteria can hear. Good job. That was a good one. Wolf, at this moment, another one of the jocks in the wolf pack gets wrapped up in, and he takes his sloppy Joe and just whips it right at you.
At 2, jockey.
Does a 19 hit?
I
believe it does.
Yeah, I believe it does as well. It 100% does.
All right. It was Jim, your second string receiver. He got caught up, he just flung it, and it just hits you in the chest, and it deals 3 damage as your Letterman jacket is just stained red right on the letter.
On the letter. I worked so hard for it. Made varsity, and you threw it on me.
All right, and now it's your turn, Wolf. So,
okay.
Do you want to throw it at him, or do you want to know who else is
return
around
and
you?
fire right back at him. It was like, all right.
All right.
You want to play that way, Jacko? And I rolled a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
To hit him. Yeah, that he's a jock, so he's got some moves, and that ain't even close. He just ducks clear under that. It flies over his head. He kind of gives you a little taunt. And then we're back to the Heathers. Heather 2. What do you want to do? So I can't hear you. Are you muted? I can't hear you.
Yeah. Feel like she's gonna respawn.
All right, we'll give you a second. We'll come back to you. We'll move on while you troubleshoot that.
Yeah.
Nope. All right, let's go to Heather 1. At the moment, Heather 2 is frozen, and you can tell she's just in shock and frozen in fear. She doesn't do anything. You're still dripping in sloppy Joe meat. Is there anyone in particular you want to go after, or are you just out for blood now? Oh, I can't hear you either.
Oh, can't hear me.
How about now?
Weird.
How about now?
I can hear you guys. Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, great. Is the kid who started this still standing?
No, he's taken out, but his friend is still
he's taken
standing.
Okay, I go for the friend.
All right.
10.
A 10. Yes, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
2.
2. All right, so you actually throw it, but it kind of lands toward his feet, but it lands right under him as he's running, so his foot hits it and he slips back like a cartoon character and kind of falls back into now just a big puddle of red sloppy Joe meat. At this moment, one of the from out of nowhere, Heathers, you see kind of this soda can lob through the air, and it hits the ground and explodes. Like someone clearly shook a can and lobbed it, and as it hit the ground, it explodes in an area around you. Can you both make a dex check?
Oh my god.
Other Heather might be a little preoccupied.
Yeah, food fight.
5.
It's a food fight.
5? Oh no.
Baby, it's a food fight.
All right, you take three slot points of damage.
No!
We'll have both of you take that since I can't hear.
What?
Oh, you're back! Okay, make a dex check. Make a dex check for me.
Dex check? Oh my gosh, I just got 4 plus 4, 8.
All right, yeah, you get hit too.
Oh, come on!
So you're now sprayed with cola as it just explodes like a little mini soda grenade. Do you want to? Let's go ahead and give you your turn now that you're back.
Yeah,
Heather
I want to
too.
go for Wolf.
All right, he's hard to hit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so Wolf. Well, actually, what's your AC, Wolf?
12.
Actually, don't. Okay, go for it, Kelsey.
Got a 5. But I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Wow.
I got a 7.
Oh. So Wolf, as you're looking at your teammate, you feel some just like a wad of fries kind of fly past your head, and you whip around, and you see it's that girl from home ec that you had yesterday. She's throwing fries at you.
Wow. Unbelievable.
All right, Artemia.
Wow.
You've kind of are like you're behind this cover. You're in the corner. You're in a perfect vantage spot. What do you want to do?
I want to convince Kevin to sneak into the kitchen and take all the frozen chicken patties and just go wild.
All right. He does okay, and he takes off and just runs through the damage to the kitchen. Is there anything else you want to do, or is that all you wanted for that turn?
Well, we're gonna take the frozen chicken patties and just start
Okay, that'll take like
hitting
a turn or
random
two for
people
him
in
to
the
get
head.
back.
Exactly.
All right, so give it a turn, and maybe he'll be back with some frozen chicken patties.
I hope Kevin succeeds.
All right, as Kevin is running, people start to kind of throw some food at him.
No, Kevin!
Right, so as
You had one
as he's
job.
running, someone throws a slice of ice cream cake at him, and he manages to like he's like Neo, which hasn't come out yet, but he just does it. And someone in the high school is like, I should make a movie about that because that was cool. and then
He's the inspo for Neo.
he's the one, you know. And as he stands back up against running, he gets blindsided with Sloppy Joe just right in his cheek. And he kind of, but he's still up. He kind of wipes it from his eyes, and he keeps charging and dives into the kitchen. Wolf, you're up.
All right. I might have missed you this first time, but the second time, you're about to get splattered, all right? Here we go. Oh, my gosh. That was a 7. So plus 3, 10.
Nope. Jocks are tough. They're dexterous. All right. You know, no rad points for you yet, Wolf. We got to get you on the board here.
He's just not rad.
And
I was going for the
rad
difficult
right
one.
now.
You're adding plus 3, right? You did say you're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, and we're back to the top. So Artemia, at this point, you see there's a kid kind of near you who comes up and he like holsters. He pulls out a red and yellow bottle of ketchup and mustard, and he comes up and he tries to squirt them at you kind of over the table. Does a 7 hit your AC? It's kind of toward like the top rightish middle. It's a big shield logo.
Oh, sorry, there was a lag.
Oh, no problem.
18.
No, for your AC. So it'd be on your character sheet.
Oh, sorry, I thought you wanted me to add more. 14.
Yeah, your
is my
armor
AC.
class. So you're a 14. So no, that would not hit you. So you quickly duck back behind the table as it's splattered with ketchup and mustard jets from the bottle.
Ha! No one changes my wardrobe color.
Amazing. Okay, and Heather 2.
Okay,
You're still next to the table. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to go for a popular kid
Okay.
this time. Yeah.
So yeah, you're actually, you sit at kind of a more popular table. So there's
Okay.
actually Brian is just kind of at the end
Yeah.
of the table. He's kind of just popular because he's hot and his parents are
Okay.
rich. All right.
Perfect.
So you go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. Ooh, that's 15.
Oh, that hits, baby. All right.
Yeah!
So Brian is currently kind of cowering, and he's kind of cowering down, and as you just whip some. Well, I guess you've got ice cream cakes. Yeah, you whip your ice cream cake at him, and hit roll for damage for me.
Yep. Oh, that's a 2.
A 2. All right. So he's kind of sitting there cowering with his perfectly coiffed hair, and your ice cream cake, you fling it, and it hits him right in the chest where he's got too many buttons undone on his chest. He's like, thinks he's cool, and it hits him right in the opening of his shirt.
In the chest
and it
hair.
slides down into his shirt. And, and he runs out of the cafeteria. All right, Heather 1.
I am so beyond over everything that I want to throw something at Darla. Also.
Ooh.
All right. At this point, Darla has grabbed a lunch tray and is like holding it up, trying to shield herself from incoming attacks. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Can I change?
No. Well, yeah, I mean, sure if you want. But, I mean, I say go for your dreams,
Ooh, okay.
but do what you want.
I have 19 plus 1 is 20.
Oh, boy. So yeah, Darla is holding up this tray, trying to block herself. And as she lifts it in front of her face, you whip it right into her stomach. And it just splatters all over her expensive blouse. Permanently just stained forever. And she lets out another scream and kind of punches you in the chest. She's like, "Protect me!" And then she runs out of the cafeteria.
Oh, that's it? Oh.
Well, she's on her way
is she
out.
out?
At least.
Okay. Do I roll
She's
for
had enough.
damage then too?
Yes, roll for damage.
Oh, okay. 3.
3. All right. And are you guys keeping? I know I haven't been doing it for you. Have you been keeping track of your rad points? When you hit?
I earned 1 from a nerd and I think 2 from a popular person, right? So I have 3. I have 3.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna keep track now.
All right. At this point, Heather 2. So a girl comes up from behind you and has a milkshake and just tries to pour it over your head. But you see her coming and you bat the milkshake away before she can get there, and you actually splash it back onto her. And she's now just dripping in vanilla milkshake. And we go to Artemia. Artemia, he's back with the patties. You now are loaded with frozen chicken patties.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, Kevin. Okay, so now between the two of us, we just start, sinking our hands into these giant bags of frozen dead meat and just start chucking them at people's heads.
All right, roll to hit. Or who are you going for in particular? What kind of a jock, a popular kid, or a nerd?
Oh, man. I'm going to go for a jock. I'm feeling really alive right now.
All right.
Ooh, spicy.
4.
You don't seem to quite have the frisbee motion down, and they're kind of just like following through the air. You're still trying to work out on that wrist motion to figure out how to whip them across the cafeteria.
I'm not very athletic.
Wolf. The action
All right.
goes to you.
Now it is time to show y'all what I'm all about. I pick up a big, another piece of sloppy joe and I say hello to my little friend. The movie ain't out yet, but the trailer goes hard. And that is 18.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah,
3 rad
yes,
points
yeah.
for you, by the way, too. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Dang it.
3 for me.
A 3. All right. Yeah, you whip it back and you hit Jim right in his letter on his jacket, completely ruining it in the same way that he ruined yours. At this point, he kind of cowers. He ducks. He dives under the table.
Who else wants
And at this very moment, you kind of hear a loud "Rah!" from the kitchen. And out from the kitchen, pushing a cart full of slices of ice cream cake, is one of the linebackers from the football team. And he begins windmilling ice cream cakes as hard as he can, harder than you've seen anyone else whip these things. This guy is dangerous, and he has taken out the whole cafeteria with this onslaught of ice cream cakes. All right. So we'll go back to Heather 2. Heather 2, there are now plates of ice cream cake flying all over from this linebacker. What do you do?
Can I do this thing where I reach out and I catch it and then I throw it back?
You can try.
Else?
So it would. Sure. So first you got to make. First, I need you to make an athletics roll if you want to do that.
Ooh.
Can I choose not to now? Or is it too late? I'm that bad at athletics. Okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Okay.
So, I already chucked my own ice cream cake. I think I chucked what else is on my plate? I chucked my fries,
You got an
my
apple?
sloppy joe, an apple. Great. I'm gonna grab the apple. I'm gonna I was in softball once and then in gym class and hated it. But I'm gonna use all my softball skills from that one day in gym class and I'm gonna go straight for one of the other popular kids, so whoever was next to Brian. Maybe
Okay,
his
cool.
girlfriend
Go
or
for it.
something.
Yes, roll for it.
Brian's girlfriend. Oh, natural 20! My
Hey!
first natural 20!
So you whip this apple at Brian's girlfriend, and it just domes her, hits her right in the head, and she just falls down, passed out.
And
Maybe
should
getting a
I
little
roll-
carried away there, Heather.
Should I roll the damage?
Whatever, because it's a crit, you would have done enough anyway in this case.
Perfect. Yeah, Heather's, she had a little bit of rage, I guess, is just lingering in there.
All right, Heather, at this point, that big linebacker who's throwing cakes is loud and ever. He rolls a 14. Does a 14 hit you?
Me?
Yes.
Heather, too. I'm armor class 13, so yeah, that hits me.
Okay. He does 5 damage as the ice cream cake kind of catches you on the back.
Oh.
And you just go, ooh. It's like when someone drops an ice cube down your back.
What's my hit points are my normal points, right?
Yeah, your slot points, hit points.
My
in this
slot
case.
points are the same as my hit points. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Heather 1. You're up. What do you do?
Oh my gosh. I think it's time to bring some cheer into this. I want to like back handspring into someone as my mode of attack.
Oh
with
man,
food.
getting physical. All right.
Let's get
for
physical.
that, you'll have to do an athletics check.
Okay, and I want to go for a popular person.
Okay, cool. So you first give me an athletics check.
2. Can I inspiration?
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm an inspiration.
I think you have inspiration, yeah.
I have 2. I've never used it.
Perfect timing.
6.
All right.
Is that
so you
adding
go to,
your modifier?
You go to do a back.
Yes, that is with my modifier.
All right. So you go to do a back handspring, but as you do, the tables and the floors are so covered in slippery food, ice cream, and sloppy Joe that your hands just slip out from under you, and you do the same face plant that you did on the track the night before. Artemia, what do you do? Still whipping chicken patties?
I'm out of chicken. I'm out of all the things. I do have my grandma's tostones though,
Oh boy.
so I might.
Oh no.
And those suckers, it's just like Cuban bread. After a while, it starts to harden, and it just becomes like really dangerous if it hits you in the face. Little discs,
All right.
feeling like Batman.
Who are you throwing it at?
You know.
Oh wait, sorry.
I know
you
I
what, sorry.
shouldn't.
Actually, go ahead, and I'll go back in a second. Go ahead.
Okay, I shouldn't hit a nerd, but this kid Armani, he's really just terrible, and he thinks he's better than everybody, and he might as well be a bully. So I'm gonna go for
All right.
Armani, the nerd.
Do it. Go ahead and roll damage. Or roll to hit. Sorry, roll to hit.
Oh, the hit. 2.
Oh no, that's not going to get the job done.
Oh, this
Like
is
a hockey
embarrassing.
puck. Boom! It flies right by his ear. He actually hears the whoosh, and he turns around and he sees you, just glaring at him. So even though it didn't hit, you probably got the message across. All right. So what I forgot to do, sorry. Heather 1. That ice cream guy is still. Does a 13 hit you? Your armor class?
This is 13.
The character sheet I got doesn't have armor class on it, actually.
Oh, so you're just okay. What's yours, Heather 2? That's my bad. Heather 2. What's your AC? You're muted again.
Yeah, it's because my keyboard sucks. My armor class is 13 because I think I gave Heather like.
Okay. I
Some
meant
kind
that
of
you have the
gear.
same armor class as her. So that is going to hit you.
Okay.
Okay. How
Not
many?
you, the Heather 1. 6 damage. As Ice Cream Cake just finds the center of your face. You have to wipe the freezing cold chocolate and vanilla swirl from your eyes. You are absolutely disgusted. You're covered in food. Artemia, an ice cream cake is flying through the air at you as well. Oh, that hits. I don't even have to ask on that one. 5 slot points of damage as this ice cream cake just connects with you right in the shoulder and kind of splashes off and just coats your black outfit in white ice cream.
No!
All right, Wolf. It's your turn.
All right. It's time to get that big boy right there. So I grab one of the trays, run down the table, and jump on the tray and slide to throw one meatball at the big linebacker, getting everyone with the ice cream.
All right, roll to hit.
Another floor die!
Nah, we re-rolling that. That didn't even feel good. Maybe I should have went with the floor die. That's gonna be 8. Do I have any inspiration? Did anybody
Lovely.
inspire me?
Do you?
I don't think you do.
Okay, I don't.
Well,
All right, chat.
he's a huge linebacker. So he's a big old target, and 8 does it. What are you throwing at him, by the way?
Oh, I'm just throwing a big wad of meat, but I throw it. I just like instead of throwing it, I'd slide across and smack his face with it. And then
All right, can you roll damage for me?
All right. It's a 3.
A 3? All right, so yeah, you just smack him right in the chest. Boom, a big explosion of meat goes. It covers his body. It splashes up into his face. And he shouts at you, goes, "Oh, you're dead meat!" And but suddenly, as he says that, you see his eyes go really big. And suddenly, the chaos subsides, and everyone rushes out of the cafeteria. Everyone except
Get out
everyone
of here.
except the 4 of you. You don't know what's going on. Even Kevin just flees Artemia out of nowhere. And then
Kevin, I thought we were friends.
you all turn around and see at the entrance of the cafeteria a tall, slender, bald man wearing a brown tweed suit and a light blue collared shirt with no tie. It's Principal Kenner.
Oh,
He stands with his arms folded, and he just shouts across the cafeteria, "I'll see you 4 in detention at 3:10 p.m. sharp. I'll let your coaches know you won't be at practice today." And then he turns and he walks away.
It was like everybody though. How you gonna pick us out? Come on, man.
All right,
Like
I'll see you
Principal
today
Bummer.
and tomorrow in detention.
Wolf!
That's a bummer, more like it.
Cállate.
As you leave the cafeteria, a janitor wheels his cart in and surveys the mess. He shoots you a look of disapproval.
I look real guilty, and I feel very not rad.
You all finish the rest of your day covered in red sloppy joe and white and brown ice cream stains. Sometimes, you'll pull a little piece of ground beef from your hair while you're in the middle of class.
Oh.
But as your final class ends, you begin to make your way to the dungeon, which is a small, stuffy, low-ceilinged, dimly lit conference room in the basement of the school. It's hardly ever used. Sometimes clubs will use it for meetings or something, but it's also where detention is held. On your way through the narrow basement halls, you pass the door to the boiler room and the janitor's closet, which is just a little bit ajar. And when you get to the dungeon room, the Principal Kenner is standing there, staring at his watch when you arrive. He says, "You're a minute late. That's another detention."
All right. You need to relax, okay?
And you just bought yourself another, Wolf. You want to try me again?
Principal Kenner, I have never gotten detention before. I think this is a huge mistake. I mean, I think that my mother, the head of the PTA, is not going to be happy when she hears about this mistake being made.
Well, I can't wait to
I
have
should
that
be next to your
conversation with her.
practice.
Sit down. I already let your coach know you won't be there.
Oh my God.
He sits you all around
It's
the
undemocratic.
an end of the conference table, and he stands at the far end, and you pull out a pen and paper. Now, I want you to think about why you're here, to ponder the error of your ways. And you may not talk. You will not move from these seats, and you will not sleep. You are going to write an essay of no less than 1,000 words describing to me who you think you are. And when I say essay, I mean essay. I do not mean a single word repeated 1,000 times. Is that clear?
Yeah, okay,
Yes,
Mr. Hand.
Yes.
What was that?
Yes, Principal Kenner.
Yes, Mr. Hand.
Yes, Principal.
Wolf?
Mr. Sir.
Do you have something to say to me?
Nah, Not at all, man. Yes, alrighty.
He glares at you before walking back to the end of the conference table. He sits down at the opposite end of the table, and he pulls out a book. And despite the fact that he sits there... All right, Wolf.
What?
That's
What? What?
Detention for a week.
For a week?
Yes, then your coach will be hearing about this as well.
Oh my God! I guess you'll have to kick me off the football team then. I guess.
I'll leave that up to him. Now, no more shenanigans, understood? Or you'll be in detention for the rest of your life. I'll be doing the world a favor. He sits back down at the end of the table. And despite the fact that he has a book out, it seems that he never really takes his eyes off of you. Also, Ify, are you aware that you perfectly nailed your camera?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm real proud of myself, actually.
Yeah, that's okay. I had to stop and be like,
beautiful.
that was amazing.
That was trick shot.
That's
Didn't even try.
right there.
I had lots of practice before.
Good Lord. I can't, you like nailed that. I had to stop
I'm
the whole
inspired.
game just to marvel. Your cameras are like this big, man. All right. Well, anyway, Kenner sits down at the opposite end of the table, pulls out a book, but he never seems to take his eyes off of you guys. You sit there in silence, I assume, you tell me if not, with your pen and paper. After about 15 minutes, Principal Kenner stands up. He goes, I'll be right back. Not a word while I'm gone. And he exits the room, and as he exits, he slams the door behind him. But he slams it so hard that it kind of actually bounces back just a little bit, and the door kind of settles slightly ajar.
I still don't think we should have been blamed for that. That was.
Why
We
are
didn't
you
do it.
mouthing
We
off
didn't
to
start.
him?
Because
You're
I'm
getting
so
us all in
tired.
trouble.
I'm not getting you all. He said I was
You
the one
did.
trapped
I
in
have
the
extra
open.
in detention because of you.
Well, you don't have a play rehearsal or anything. Jeez.
This week has been a complete disaster because of you. You come on stage, ruin the play. You come to the cafeteria, wow, we're all in detention. You lead the football game, I end up with a concussion. I know those weren't related, but they happened the same night, so I'm very suspicious.
Heather, are you going to go through your whole life blaming other people for your own problems? Because that's all I've been hearing you do. How you going to blame me for that? I came up there to save your life, and you've been blaming every little person for your thing. And you tried to snitch on me.
My life,
to my
I'm
girl.
in detention. I'm in a dungeon. I'm in a dungeon because of
Okay,
you.
Princess P, can we
I'm
all
gonna
just
get
shut
so
up?
grounded.
And okay.
This is so lame.
At the moment,
I agree.
the janitor you saw earlier, you see him kind of, he's in the hall with his cart and a broom, just mopping the hall floor, and you see him kind of pass by. And then a few seconds later, he sticks his head through the door. Looks around and goes, "Come with me."
All right, you got to say the other part of the line.
And then he pokes his head. He pokes his head back in and sees that none of you have moved. Wolf seems to know what's up, and he goes, "Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah, I'm on it.
What?
Come now.
I get up because I respect authority figures.
I get up because I feel terrible that he had to clean up our mess.
Yeah, I drop my pen and I like walk towards him. But I'm suspicious. I won't leave the room first, but I walk towards him.
All right.
I also follow
kind of-
suit, but I feel suspicious as well.
As you approach the door, he opens it all the way, and he kind of puts his arm and corrals you through the door. Goes, "Hurry, hurry!" And as you're doing, he's.
Do we know the
man,
janitor's name?
You don't. He's this. You can't quite place his age.
Have we seen him before?
You saw him after the food fight. He was in the cafeteria, and he's kind of got like a wrinkly skin, and kind of just this thin, brown, wispy hair. You can't tell if he's like in his mid-40s or his late 50s. He's entirely unplaceable, and he starts leading you down the hallway, and you follow behind him, and he seems to be trying not to make any sound, and you silently follow him down the hall, and you round the corner near the boiler room and the janitor's closet, when suddenly you all hear the sound of footsteps from around the corner, getting louder and louder.
Oh my gosh,
Quick,
it's the principal.
in here. He pushes you into the janitor's closet. And as he's pushing you in, you can't see because the door's in the way, but you can tell by the look on the janitor's face that Principal Kenner has just come into view. He quickly slams the closet door, cramming you all inside. You all stand huddled in the dark. You can hear a faint whirring from the boiler room next door. Through the door, you hear Kenner begin to speak. I didn't expect to see you here. Aren't you supposed to be on vacation? The whirring next door seems to be getting louder. Oh, I cut it short. You sense something is wrong as the whirring rapidly grows louder and louder. It sounds as if it's in the room with you, and it's almost unbearable. Not only did you cut short your vacation, but you're here after your shift. How noble of you. Suddenly, the door swings open and Kenner reaches in. He grabs Heather 1 by the shirt and yanks her out of the closet. And just as he does, boom, reality collapses. Everything around you warps and collapses into a single point in front of your eyes as you begin to fall through a void into perpetual blackness. Up becomes down, left becomes right. It's all black, yet every color is pure in your mind. You can't tell what's going on. You hear noises, the clanking of swords, the sounds of animals. The blackness extends forever, yet at the end you see a small, faint light that is coming toward your face, and then suddenly... nothing. Pure blackness. Everything stops. You hear a horse? Slowly, you open one eye, and then the other. You look around and find yourselves in the center of a medieval-looking town square. The buildings around you are all plaster and wood with thatched roofs. The roads are all dirt. After a few moments, you all come to your senses and realize that there are people dressed in raggy clothing all around the square just staring at you with their jaws hanging wide open. In particular, you notice an old man sitting near the side of the road. He stares straight into your eyes, and without breaking eye contact, he begins to stand. As he gains his footing, he points a shaky finger at you. He opens his mouth, and he says, and that's our episode.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Absolutely incredible. Well, that is the end of episode 1 of the Dungeon Club.
Whoa.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for being here and for being our very first guest.
Thanks for having
You are incredible. All of our audience, stay tuned because we'll be rating Michelle after the stream. Thank you, audience, for watching live. If you're not watching live, thanks for tuning in on YouTube or possibly a podcast. Be sure to follow BuzzFeed Multiplayer on Twitch, YouTube, and on Twitter, and turn on your notifications on Twitch in order to keep up with the show. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and use the hashtag The Dungeon Club for all fan art, tweets, etc. about the show. We would love to share them. The next episode is same time, same place next week on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you have those notifications on Twitch, you won't need to remember. And until next time, we're, I guess, the Dungeon Club, and we will see you guys very soon. Bye!
Bye.
kids in high school get in a food fight. The principal sends them to detention. It's just a normal day in the 80s, but there's something I didn't mention. See, that old janitor starts acting weird, and it throws them all in a closet. They fall through a portal, and to their surprise, there's a world in which they deposit. Oh yeah, alright. No dove, no dice. Your move. Let's fight. Goblins and ghouls, knights in armor, the mystical, ruthless and savage. If you wanna defeat them, you'll find out what's your damage. Choose your weapon, cast a spell, roll the dice and rule. But at the end of the day, gotta get back to school. Oh yeah, alright. No dice, super duper dungeon club, that's right. Let's fight.